Hi Pisces, welcome to New Era. My name is Emma. Pisces, this is your love reading starting today on the 3rd of December. Crazy. I've set the time frame between early December towards early January of 2021. It's just weird. I'm going to start with an overall, just an overall picture of what's going on with you in your love story with the Mystical Wisdom deck. And if you're interested in the decks that I'm using during the reading, I've listed them below in the description box. So overall picture for Pisces, please. There you go. Just flew out there. Ooh, you get the dragonfly. Who had the dragonfly? Was it Capricorn perhaps? So maybe there's because there was the overall energy for them as well, and this dragonfly doesn't come out all that often. And yeah, so maybe you have a placement of Capricorn, or maybe you have like some sort of connection there somehow. Dragonfly, it's all about the hybrid for me. So this is not a dragonfly in the picture, you see that. It's actually a dragon with fly wings, and so it's it's like two different species come together creating one, blending the two. And so this could be your account. Like, we're gonna go deeper and find out all about this, what's going on for you. But from the very look at it it's like two people coming together creating something really beautiful, but necessarily not being exactly the same. Obviously you're not. Very, very beautiful. Dragonfly in itself just speaks about enormous spiritual growth. So let's see what's going on for you, Pisces. So we're using this deck for the basic energy for the upcoming month. Basic energy, Pisces. That also was the first card out for Aquarius. So you might have a little, like, you're dipping your toe in a little bit with each, like, every sign. Or maybe you have a Capricorn placement and you have an Aquarius placement. It's also big changes around Aquarius this month because we have Jupiter and another significant planet that I can't think of now that goes into Aquarius mid-December, around the same time as we have a new moon in Sagittarius combined with the solar eclipse. So it's like a lot of just big new energy wave, like an opening for just success and beauty and luck, basically. So it's really, really beautiful. Awesome cards, guys. So Blossom. So this first card out, it's all about an upgrade within you. So the number 20 is for me all about the 2.0 version of you. So there's an enormous upgrade that is going on, and I can't help but the love readings that has taken place this last week almost sort of feels like we're closing up the year. It almost has sort of been like we're looking back at where you came from and we're closing up the year. But this is very much an upgrade for you, and some of you could be pregnant. Some of you could be wanting to conceive, like have a pregnancy. You could have somebody around you that is pregnant. Or just a lot of talk about pregnancy around you. The general sense here with the Blossom is that you've taken something and it has grown exponentially, and now you're starting to see the fruition of it. And since we're in your love story, perhaps we're gonna go deeper and find out here. So you'll know in a second. There's something you've been working on. You've been planning for it. You've been wanting to see manifestation for it. And it just has kept growing. You see that, and now it turns into real, tangible stuff. Really beautiful. The black border there speaks about the connection with the universe, and here we have the same thing. Black it actually isn't black. It showed up black here, and then it actually did it justice in the camera, so it's actually blue. So that's a lot of throat chakra. That's authenticity, that's realness, that's truth, that's speaking your own realist version. And this card, Just Breathe, this is Just Breathe on the bottom there, is all about the connection in with your inner being. All about that, like feeling the connection with your inner being first. We have number 4, which is all about your heart center, and it's laying a new foundation. But that, like, whether it be through meditation, taking a walk in nature, listen to music, go fishing. I just realized lately that there's a lot of guys that fish to find their peace of mind. There's a lot of guys fishing. So, not to generalize, you could be a girl and definitely go fishing as well. I know I don't. It just seems to be very normal that guys go fishing. Anyways, wherever you find your peace of mind, to connect in with your inner being is the place to be. Like, at least once a day is to connect in with your inner being. This, to me, also talks about your divine counterpart. This, to me, talks about your mirror person. Like, you're connecting in here. You're touching them in essence. It's like you feel them around you. You feel their essence and their energy being closer and closer to you. Probably getting really close to come into your life. You're very much there. The yellow really speaks to me there today. So very much in your solar plexus, which talks about worthiness. It talks about confidence. It talks about how you manifest exactly what you want from the right place. So it's really beautiful foundation. So let's see what we can find out about your love story, because this is more like about you. A little bit about this connecting in with your counterpart there. And if you're in a committed relationship, I just feel like you want to make that connection. You want to feel that connection between you guys. To know, like, it's you as a team. So can we clarify this blossom, please? For their love. There you go. How many times can this come out? Okay, so at first, so it is like a little, this is so beautiful because we have 4, 5, 6, so it really talks about your journey here. It talks about your journey, however long it's been, whether this journey with this relationship, the relationship on your mind, whether you're in a committed relationship, you're single and you're sort of somewhat attached to somebody, or you're just completely single and you just feel the essence that you just have this sense that there is somebody coming in. However long it has taken you to get to this point, it has been a bit of a struggle, let's just say. So we have 4 of Summer and we have number 5 there. And the 4 of Summer speaks about how you really don't, like, you're a bit too down and out. You're a bit too disconnected to actually, do you see that there's a little, I don't know if that's the same expression in English as it is in Swedish, but cherub, perhaps, like a baby angel, is like begging you, like it's like that. It's begging you to see them. Like, please look down here. I have so many wonderful news. And you're like, no, I'm bored. And so you don't see it. Like, you don't see it. And so it started out with feeling probably quite lonely and probably quite isolated. That, with the challenging times, this is due to your relationships, romantic relationships. There's been tough times in your past, for sure. It hasn't been wanting anything. It has made you want to shield yourself, protect yourself. I'm getting something like here around the committed relationship. I don't think that this is something like you shield yourself against your person. It can be, but it's more like in conflict. um, something can happen like everyday life, whatever happens in normal everyday life, around kids, around work, around what are you gonna have for dinner, like normal everyday life. So conversations are being held, and I don't know if at times before this is past, and for some reason it's important to bring up, or it wouldn't have come out. When there's those past, present, and future readings, and the past sort of doesn't make any sense to the present, it's not that. This is the reason why this comes out, is because I see what's coming there in the future, and so you're gonna benefit of what has been going on here. And I feel for the committed that you have been shielding yourself or guarding yourself a tiny bit when it comes to like conversations around things that maybe has a bit of a sore spot for you, has a bit of a vulnerable spot for you, and so you get a bit scared of having the conversation. If you do not identify with this whatsoever, flip it around and see if that fits your person. Like swap the characters around, because I feel like there's one person in particular that feels more like, if that discussion comes up, I'm just going to go run and hide. I'm not going to talk about it, and I'm not going to mention it, because there's a bit of a fear of conflict here. Fear of bringing something up and stirring it around. So I feel like that is what's been going on. This is the past though. Like we're bored and we're withdrawing, and we don't really talk, and we don't see what's going on in front of you when you go into that mode of a bit of judging, maybe perhaps being a bit judgmental towards yourself that you can't fix it. But also a bit guarded, that makes you not be able to see what's right in front of you, like that could really fix the problem. So there's been a shieldedness here for sure. If you're single, I feel like this is more towards a person. This is more like a story of, okay, so in over time, it's like you're almost borderline in giving up on love. Like I don't know if I'm ever gonna find love, if anybody ever is gonna understand me or get me, that type of vibe. And then also stuff has happened in your past that has made you want to shield yourself, so you've felt a bit guarded. This in itself, I feel it has served you, because this is the clarification for the blossom. You have withdrawn. That's how you do it when you withdraw. You have withdrawn, and you have more like answered your deep down question. It has made you go on this inner journey and really blossom. Like we really are stepping into this most beautiful place right now, and look at what comes out. And this is so beautiful, because this is your journey. We go from being bored to then feel shielded, like I need to protect myself, to this gorgeousness. You have literally become, and if you listen to me before, you know that unicorns, which this is, and peacocks are my indicator. Don't ask, it just has become that over the years between me and my guides. When they show me a peacock, they show me a unicorn, I know that there's a soulmate connection, or there's a divine counterpart is around somewhere. This is you being this unicorn. This is you being a soulmate. This also came out for Aquarius. So there might be a significant connection there with an Aquarian person, or just the fact that this is the second time that we're sort of mentioning around the new moon, that there's a shift around the new moon for you. This is you becoming soulmate material. This is you growing up, maturing, being wiser, understanding what you bring to the table, and what you really can give in a relationship equally to what you can receive in a relationship. You're going to be somebody that is really nice to have as a partner. It's just going to be a complete joy to have you as a partner. And this number 6 speaks about, so 4 is about your heart and laying a new foundation for yourself. Number 5 is all about changing for the better through the hardship. Maybe even perhaps change your life path. And then number 6 is all about the connection in with yourself, the connection with your inner being, with your higher self, so that you feel love. And then so I get this, like I see this right here. To me today, that looks like a mirror, which is interesting because it's not. But it looks like a mirror, and I get the saying from is that Snow White? I can't remember now. But you know, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Is that what you say in English? And the mirror answers, "You're the fairest of them all," or something like that. I get that whole phrase, but there's something about like a reversed thing happening there, that eventually that person. Okay. It's something about the ugliness. I don't know, Pisces, if you actually flat out loud felt ugly at some point, felt perhaps not desirable. Maybe that's a better expression for the energy that I pick up. Like, you haven't felt attractive and desirable. Like, doesn't people want you? Like, aren't you good enough for the market? Aren't you, like, you're really doubting yourself, Pisces? Oh, I feel bad. Really, really doubting yourself. If there's, it's all well and done when nobody's really interested in you, or you're not really interested in anybody. But if you spark up an interest, a conversation with somebody, and you think that they are fine. Sorry, that's my little boy playing with my older boy. So they're all safe and sound, I hope. Yeah, you will hear them in the background. Yeah, so this is all about you feel comfortable in your own skin until that day when you stand in front of that person, that guy or girl that you're like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. Then it's like you start to question yourself a tiny bit. Not anymore. That's my point. You're coming into your own. You really are coming into your own. You're becoming this beauty. And obviously this is not gender specific, so this could be also for a man. You're becoming really beautiful inside and out. Like, really understanding that beauty within yourself. That's so important. And it makes you ready for this connection. Again, if you're already in a committed relationship, I feel like the upgrade that can happen in this relationship is really remarkable. That's something that you usually, and Pisces, I think I've said this to you before. I think you're sort of a rare species that are able to, and obviously there's other people that are in other signs, but like it seems to be in the Pisces reading that there's a feeling of, usually couples would separate. And they would leave each other and they will do the upgrade and they will meet other people, like coming together with other people. It's not that common that you actually do the upgrade within the actual relationship. And so you see the upgrade and both people are coming along in that. That's quite rare to do. But I see this shift, this upgrade, this beautiful evolution within your already relationship there. I think those were the ones that wants to come out. So clarification here for just breathe. So we have number 16, the Tower moment. We have number 3, the Empress, and Princess of Autumn. So this okay, so we have number 16 again. Okay, so I feel two things coming through with this, and so it's like it's two Tower moments, and one Tower moment has already happened. That's what made you be this. And so once you got your, like, so the crappy stuff is really behind you. The crappy stuff is behind you, okay? The Tower moment has already happened. And if you don't know what a Tower moment is, it's like a big shebang has happened in your life, like something maybe a tiny bit. It's never really unexpected though, because you feel the energy and where the energy is going, right? But once it just happens, it might blow up in your face a tiny bit anyway. So there's been some hardship for sure here in the past. This tower though, I feel like this tower is something that's going to happen, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. Sometimes I'm being given like information and I've nothing to back it up with. But this 14th, this new moon around the 14th feels very much like numerology wise 16. And numerology wise 16 is all about sudden shifts and sudden changes. And it's like things just flips around really, really fast. You can go from one situation to the next just in a few days. Everything has shifted. And I don't mean to scare anybody now, because this tower feels like it's going to shift for the better. Whatever you would consider is not like a favorable situation is going to upgrade for the better. And that's around the new moon. Don't take it literally, like don't take it, it's going to happen like whatever that day is, 14, perhaps it's a, I don't know, Monday, let's say. So on this Monday in particular, there's going to be this new moon. And then the big shift didn't happen on the Monday. Then it didn't happen for you. It's around that date. So I would say a few days before and a few days after. Feel what's going on. Put your ear to the ground and really pay attention. Because there's things shifting here for you now. Big shifts, sudden shifts for the better. And then we have the Empress and the Princess. Sort of comes out at the same time. They did come out at the same time, but as the same person. So just need to feel into this a bit, what that is about. So with this, okay, so I feel like this is the shift for you. So this Princess of Autumn, studious, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous. How do you pronounce it? Like a bit of like. I'm gonna drop it. You know what it means. Just have a really hard time to pronounce it. You can just read it out and you see there what I mean. Yeah, and on the bottom it says, happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So with this card, I just feel there's so much that is just, do you see how it's just about to fall into place? So this book that is flying up in the air here is just about to come down like on the table. This book is flying out of thin air, and that could just drop to the floor. There's a gold coin that is just flying in the air here that can drop to the other, like where there's a pile of money there. So there's stuff like it's floating in, it's coming in, and it's so close to like just fall into place. We just let go of the resistance, or we just have this shift happen around the new moon, and everything just falls into place. And then what happens? It's like, excuse me. I always cough right into the microphone. It's so charming. Excuse me. It's like we make this shift, this like 2 days before the new moon and 2 days after the new moon. It's like, do you see one here, the princess there first, like she's onto something, and she's like just about to make it happen. She's already started to collect, like she can see the different books, and she can see the money, and she can see the shift. But then when the shift happens, oh my goodness, like you step into the Empress energy and you just have everything you want. The Empress is all about courage and confidence and feeling so freaking good about yourself. Super strong, super just knows what she wants. And to me, she feels so abundant. She feels very rich and like she's on fire. She knows where she's going, and she knows what she's worth, what she's worthy of. And it's like, excuse me, and it's like you just in I don't know, if there's like just an aha moment or something happens in your life where you just go, it's like an epiphany. And I cannot say epiphany in Pisces without saying epiphany. Some PISCES say epiphany around epiphany. Yeah, number 3 there is all about creativity, passion, joy, and fun. It's like an instant. There's an epiphany, there's an aha moment, there's something that falls into place, and you either go like, no, done. There's gonna be a completely different sound from here on out, or it's like, that's what I'm gonna do now, or something lifts off of you, or something shifts so dramatically that it's just, and the very thing that shifts for you might not be dramatic. Like the epiphany can just be something just falls into place. It's just a little, somebody says something, there's a word, there's a meaning, you hear something in a television, you watch something, and it's like, okay, so it feels like a decision. That's what it feels like. It feels like a decision on your part. Something happens that makes you make a decision. And that's going to shift the world for you for some reason. That's very interesting. I'm going to give you some final advice here. It's interesting because this is pretty much like, I think it was Capricorn. It was quite a lot about Capricorn, just Capricorn, and then the extended was so much about meeting their person. And sometimes it's like so much about meeting your person on the YouTube reading, and then it's like so much more about you as a person on the extended. I can never really tell. I just know that it's like an ongoing story for you. So this is some final advice before going into the extended. Seek and you shall find. So this is number 9, all about sitting in meditation. And I just started saying that with like go fish or something. Do whatever you can do at least once a day so that you connect with your inner being, and that will yield you complete freedom. So I see there's 2 doves there, which I see as you and your person, just 2 people flying together next to each other, just being completely free, completely their own authentic self, and yet completely like such a team. So beautiful together. We have a number 9 there. So we're ending an era. We're ending a paradigm here and stepping into something new. And you're finding that inner peace for yourself. So there's so, like the beauty of what you're stepping into now, like the different energy that you're going to have. You're going to be all this. 6 of Spring, like unicorn material, soulmate material, and the Empress. Made of gold. Super shiny. Okay, guys, I'm going to move now into the extended. So if you feel like this is your story, like if you resonate with it, then I welcome you into the extended. If you want to, then the link is in the description box down below. There's a little arrow sitting next to the title. People keep asking about where it is. Tiny little arrow next to the title. You just click it, and there's a curtain rolls down. And there's the link. You just click it, and it will take you to the extended. If not, thank you so much for watching, Pisces, and I hope to see you back soon. Take care, guys.